Do people who live in text adventures have no eyeballs? It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. Right then, this is Arrow of Death, part 1 on the Acorn Electron, and I bet it doesn't work. Because I've not had a lot of luck with these so far. This doesn't look like it's going to work. Every single game that I've tried that starts like this does not work. Released through Paxman Promotions. Would that be Jeremy Paxman? Resume play on a saved game? No. Oh, it's working. Well done, I'm sure it's not Jeremy Paxman. Whatever. I'm in a courtyard. Can you read it? Can you see that? Yes, I think you can. I'm in a courtyard. Things I can see. A dead message. Someone shot the messenger. They say don't shoot the messenger. They weren't listening here. Perhaps they can't read. Which would be kind of inconvenient in a text adventure if you happen to be living in a text adventure. And if you're living in a text adventure, you sometimes see fish without eyeballs because they live at the bottom of the ocean and they have no need for eyeballs because there's no light. Do people who live in text adventures have no eyeballs? Exits exist north and west. Good luck on Arrow of Death, part 1. For those who journey in dreams without eyeballs. What shall I do now? Grow eyeballs. Grow is a word I don't know. Sorry, what shall I do now? You don't know grow. That's not an easy sentence to say. Actually, it's probably not that hard, but if you'd had a couple of whiskies it'd be hard. You don't know grow. Alright. Let's go north. Okay, what shall I do? I'm at a crossroads. Things I can see. Beggar. Exits north, south, east and west. They're in workshop. You got spare pound for a coffee? Give them a pound, they'll ask for 2. I had this recently. It annoyed the shit out of me. I got asked for some change and I gave them some change, and when I gave them some, they asked for more, and I just looked them in the eye and said very sternly, don't take the piss. It's not that I couldn't afford it, it's just that it's like, no, that's just not how. Shut up, telly. There. It's just not how it's done. I've got a lot of sympathy for people who are on hard, living in hard times, because I've been pretty damn close myself, but anyway. Exits north, south, east or west. What other things can we do? Let's feed the beggar. Feed is a word I don't know. Sorry. So not only is everyone blind, but they also all starve in whatever this land is. Give beggar Where am I? Where's the... Oh, here we go. Coffee. Because that's what they always want, isn't it? Sorry. What? It's not a very charitable game. What can we do with this beggar? Offer beggar food? Sorry, what should I do now? Offer beggar job. You see, I'm getting the urge to kick the beggar, not because I particularly want to kick beggars, but just to see if this thing knows the word kick. We'll see just how uncharitable it is. Oh, no, it doesn't know that one either. Okay, cool, right. Well, we'll just go north a bit further, eh? I'm on a mountain road. It's definitely not workshop. Exits south, east and west. So here we are in the north with no eyeballs and no way of feeding anyone. Probably not. Maybe it will know eat. I should have done eat beggar. put them out of their misery and probably give ourselves a bad case of food poisoning. But you know, on a mountain road. Well, we can't go north anymore, so southeast. We don't want to go south. We've been there. East or west? Let's go west. I'm on a scree slope. Things I can see. Ledge. That sounds dangerous. Scree isn't a word you see in everyday parlance, not in workshop anyway. I assume it is like loose shale, rocks and pebbles and the kind of thing that if you were to stand near it too near, you would just fall down it and fall off the cliff and die. So let's go east. I'm not ready to die. What should we do now? We'll go a bit more east. I'm on a mountain road again. They like their mountain roads here. Let's go east a bit more. I'm in a dense forest. There is really variable terrain around here, isn't it? Straight from a mountain road to a dense forest. But there's nothing. Let's climb a tree. I don't understand you. Well, that's not unusual. Is it my accent or that I talk shite? That is the question. Alright, hug tree. Why not? Hug is a word I don't know. This computer lives a sad, sad life. Never been hugged. Never known the warmth of a... Okay, moving on. We'll go east a bit more. I'm in a courtyard, things I can see a dead messenger. So we've come full circle. Wow. Let's go. God, we're just right west. I'm in a palace. We've come up in the world. Can't see anything, just exits, southeast and west. In a palace. Can we explore the palace? Explore is a word I don't know. You live a hollow, empty life. You have no eyeballs, you don't eat, you've never been hugged. There. What way did we go to get here? We went west, didn't we? Let's go a bit more west. I'm in the king's chamber. Things I can see. Bed, suit of armour, coat of arms. Okay. I ain't too fussed about the coat of arms, but I kind of like the idea of putting on the suit of armour and jumping on the bed. Haven't you ever wanted to do... Let's put on the suit of armour. Oh, that's just far too much, isn't it? Put on... Wear armour. I hope they're spelling armour correctly here. Yes, they are. Good. Am I? I can't... You... Oh, you arsehole. Can't do it just now. Can you do it later? Put on armour. I don't know what a on is. What? Oh. Okay. My laptop just told me that it just installed a touchpad. Interesting, because it's had a touchpad ever since I bought the thing. What are you doing now? Restart required. I guess it's a driver update. Does the touchpad work? Yes, it still works. It can just get stuffed. I'm not bloody rebooting. I'm uploading a video. I'm uploading the last video. Stupid. Windows is an arse. Okay. Get in bed. I don't know what in... You don't know what on is. You don't know what in is. Jump on bed. I don't know what a on is. Oh, that's probably for the best, really. Oh, okay. I was about to retune the TV. Bit of snow. I don't know. Might find Jon Snow while wandering around these areas. Oh, Joe has got me into Game of Thrones. I didn't watch it when it was on the first time around, but it's like it's now on demand and all of that lot, and so we're watching it from the start, and I'm loving it. Do not tell me anything about it. We're up to season, are we 4 or 5? We're about halfway through anyway. Just don't. Telly, computer, whatever, stop it. There we go. Gear off. Can't jump on the bed, can't get in the bed, can't put on the armour. Coat of arms. Look at coat of arms. I don't know what at is. Okay, look. I see nothing special. Well, I suppose not. It's got no eyeballs. Help? Sorry, no help is allowed here. Well, he's just a bastard. I don't know what a me is. I'm looking at the camera with an expression of incredulity on my face. Can you see it? Do you appreciate my internal emotional distress, and I'm clenching, I'm kind of, I'm doing this, look, that, just there. Okay, I'll tell you what, there. That's how to win at that game. I've forgotten what it was called, and that's probably just as well. If you can remember, don't play that. It's shite. Thank you for watching. Hello. Today's question for Q&A is from Sean Woolfenden. Link to his channel down there. For Q&A, when you have left this planet, do you think what impact you may have had, and I'm really struggling to read that, may have had on any certain amount of people in your life? And also, not being religious, do you think there is an afterlife, or is it just the end? Interesting question, and I'm actually unsure what you mean about the first part. What impact I may have had on any certain amount of people in my life. Do you mean people who in my life suggest people who are specifically like close to me, family, friends, people who are literally in my life, or do you mean like impact I've had via YouTube, via the internet? Because the two things are very different, and I'm not sure which you mean. In terms of what I do on YouTube, I think I've had an impact. 19,500 subscribers is not a small number in itself. It's small in terms of YouTube famous. I don't consider myself to be YouTube famous. The thing about it that I'm aware of is that I've influenced quite a lot of people to produce their own YouTube channels, and they in turn will have inspired other people to produce their own channels. And I don't know how many generations of channel there are, like what's degrees of, what do you call it, can't remember the phrase. Anyway, it's like a tree, and it branches and branches, and there are people further several branches away who will be completely oblivious to my existence, but this person influencing this person influencing this person, you can trace them back to me, and that will be quite a lot of people. Kind of doesn't matter in the end. I mean, life is like that anyway. The whole human genome, whatever, you know, ancestry and all of that lot. It's just how things work. I find it interesting to muse on. You know, it's an interesting theoretical thing just to think about, but it doesn't mean anything. You know, where there's no recognition, it doesn't matter, and I'm fine with that. You know, one person to two generations of YouTuber up will not know who the hell I am, even if I may have inspired the person who inspired them. Doesn't matter, it's not important. I can just find it an interesting thing in itself. People in my life. I mean, staying on the YouTube thing, I mean, what I don't know is literally what impact I've had on anyone who watches what I do here. I know there are people who watch everything that I do and really enjoy it, and that makes me very happy. I don't know to what extent it affects anyone, to what extent it matters. I sometimes think, if I died tomorrow, hope I don't, you know, a few people might be a bit sad, and then they carry on, and that'll be that. And that's really, it's not going to change anyone's life, or if it does, it really shouldn't. You know, I shouldn't matter that much. This is just a little bit informative, a little bit entertaining, and that's that. I am reminded of a thing. I had a viewer whose name, if I remember rightly, and to my shame I don't remember their whole name, I'm pretty sure the name was Andy, who a few years ago, he was a regular commenter, and it might be like about 8 years ago, a regular commenter, really friendly, always had something positive to say. I wouldn't say I knew him, you know, he was a Facebook friend, but I have lots of Facebook friends. I don't know who half of them are, you know, so he was someone, I recognised his picture, and, you know, he'd say hi and how's things, and I'd reply and stuff, and then he went quiet for a bit. And then I saw a post on his Facebook from a member of his family, and he'd died. And I found myself I was surprised at how sad I was, because I didn't know the guy, apart from brief conversations, and like, it was quite, it made me sad. It struck me. I wouldn't expect me to be sad at the passing of someone who was almost a stranger, but I was. So that I think about that, and I think what impact would it have on my viewers if I died? I have no idea. It shouldn't have much, but people being what they are, and me being surprised at my own reaction at the passing of a viewer, it's something to think on. I try not to think about. I do think about dying more than I should. I'm pretty morbid, to be honest. Getting older and all of that lot. Health not what it used to be. It's not. It's not. I'm not in terrible shape. I have no life-threatening conditions. I have conditions that if I didn't have medication would be life-threatening. But that, you know, I'm not dying. And I've forgotten where that train of thought was going. Anyway, but the other aspect, people in my life, people who I am in contact with, what impact have I had on them? Do you know, I actually try not to think about that, because I think the impact all I can think of is broken relationships. And it's like, it doesn't matter how good the relationships were when they were good. The bit you always end up thinking about is how it ended. And it's generally, when relationships end, it's not good. And it leaves me thinking I had a negative impact. But that's just because I'm focusing on the end. Yeah, I try not to think about that, because I get into a negative place, and I don't like that. And I'm thinking about family now. Well, yeah, my family's a bit of a disaster, so I don't want to think about that either. Love my sister. The rest of them can get stuffed, honestly. And I'm not going any further into that. Oh dear. So, moving on to the next bit. Not being religious, do you think there is an afterlife, or is it just the end? Well, that's a tricky one, isn't it? And it is something I have spent an immense part of my life thinking about and pondering. I would really like it if there was more. I mean, I have this theory that, it's not my theory, I'm sure, it's just bit of this idea, bit of that idea, bit of this philosophy, bit of this scientific musing and whatever, and the idea that everything is interconnected, that we are just kind of a projection of a small part of a bigger thing, and when our physical body dies, we just go back into the whole. I mean, it's a bit Matrixy, though it's not that this idea is coming from the Matrix. It's the idea of the Matrix came from this kind of philosophy, and it's an Eastern thing, I think. I am open to the idea that there is more, that actually what we're living now is not the big picture. It's kind of just a game, and I don't mean a video game. It's maybe an experiment. I don't mean a scientific experiment. It's hey, you're bored of living in the whole, in the hive mind, in the all. You want to go off and do your own thing for a little bit, see how that turns out. Here, go and have a life thing, try that on for size, and then when you're done, come back. Maybe there's that. I think that would be good. I would like to think there was something like that. Do I believe it? Do I have faith in it? No, I don't have faith in anything. To my mind, the only thing that is certain in life is death. That's it. That's the only thing you can rely on. You're going to die. Will it be over? Is it like, here's your little bit of life, do your best, have some fun, do whatever, see how you get on, and then that's it, blink, gone, done, finished, no more? That would be sad. That would be a bloody shame. It seems like a critical design flaw. But on the other hand, if you didn't have death, life would be pretty meaningless. You would have no reason to try to do something. I know a person who is religious, and their religious belief, they're not quite in a cult, but it's a pretty not mainstream Christian religion. Their thing is that Jesus will come back, and all the good people, the believers, will live with Jesus on earth as if it was heaven. You know, it will be paradise on earth. And to do that, you've got to be good. You've got to be a good person. You mustn't do anything wrong. You mustn't do bad things. So this person I know, literally, to avoid doing anything bad, doesn't do anything. They're basically given up on life. It's like, get up, eat, do nothing. they have no life, and it's tragic. And it's that kind of thing that makes me detest religion, and many other reasons. I detest religion. I don't detest the idea that there might be a God. I'm not convinced that there is one. I'm open to the possibility. But religion, where you've got a written document saying this is how to live, all I can say to the people who wrote those documents is fuck you. Who the hell are you to tell other people how to live, what to think, what to believe? That's not about faith. That's about mind control and power. Fuck all that. Yeah. So with all of that, do I think that... I really, really hope there's more. I'm not convinced that there is. And if there isn't, well, it gives you a reason to do something. I'm not doing much. I'm doing this. A particular troll said not ever so long ago that I'm failing at life. Well, it depends on how you want to define life, doesn't it? Career-wise, yes, absolutely failing at life. Financially, disastrous. You know, I'm living in a little hovel. But I don't mind that, because I'm enjoying what I've got. And what's the... You can have your career and your money and all of that shit, but if you're not happy, what the hell's the point? And largely, I mean, no, nothing's perfect, but largely I'm pretty happy. I'm in a relationship. I like my relationship. I love Jo. She's just lovely. And having that, you know, just... I don't have a lot of people in my life. I choose it that way because people are a pain in the arse, honestly. So I like pick a very, very, very small number of people who I let into my life, because I don't need the complications. I don't need the hassle. Yeah, and I like it how it is. Yeah. I'm straying all over the place up here. Yeah. I'm going to stop now because brain going blur, and I'll just start talking crap. Teleroboxer. On the Virtual Boy, well, it would be the Virtual Boy, it's not, it's on a Raspberry Pi, but I really like that game. I just thought I'd mention it in case anyone wondered what that is. In 3D, that's great. Really fun game, and takes advantage of... While the 3D is impressive, what it takes advantage of is the funky controller. It's a really clever controller. Nintendo have a reputation of doing unusual and innovative controllers, and that one is. Some of them I don't like. I don't like the N64 controller. Can't stand it, and I'm not a fan of the Wiimote either. But the Virtual Boy controller, great. Yeah. Okay. If you've got a question you'd like answering in a video like this, leave your question in the comments below. Begin with 4 Q&A so I know not to just answer in the comments. And thank you for watching.
You there, peasant! See that subscribe button? Be a good pleb and just click it. There's a good... oik.